Cracker Barrel's in trouble. The CEO is on an investor call. The stock is plummeting. The chain restaurant in talks to be redesigned. What does it mean for the country-themed restaurant? I think the problem with Cracker Barrel is you really do feel when you're sitting in it like you're at a Klan rally. It's not the most... People don't mind being white trash. They don't want to feel like white trash all the time. And the Cracker Barrel aesthetic is kind of a garbage person aesthetic. It's just it's a mythology about like what it's like when you're living off the land. Everything's real simple here at Cracker Barrel. Come on in and get a home-cooked meal at Cracker Barrel. And what it really is a dump. And the good pancakes are good. The food's actually decent. It's okay. But it needs to step up to the new kind of more modern fascistic thing. We can do modern fascistic because that will be a genre of restaurant. It's like a fascist modern place. But you got to get rid of this like hearth and these old skis on the walls. Get rid of all this crap. Get rid of the bear skins and the these weird contraptions. You got to design a modern, patriotic place where you can say, I'm a modern patriot. I don't ask no questions. Give me my chicken. Give me my chicken. I don't want to know nothing about nothing. Give me my chicken. I support the military in everything they do, in everything they will maybe do. War is good for the soul. That's what it should say when you go to Cracker Barrel. It should say war is good for the soul on the wall. Cracker Barrel, by the way, should just be to get you ready for war as a restaurant. It should be what Fox News is, where it just gets you ready for war. And MSNBC is actually starting to do that now, too. Most of our cultural institutions in the country have just decided that their main function is just to prepare the population for war. So what Cracker Barrel, like the menu should just say rations. They should say rations on it. And your waiter should come over and say, God bless America. Every sacrifice is remembered here at Cracker Barrel. Like, it should just get you ready to go and die somewhere. That's the theme of the Cracker Barrel restaurant. And I think that it needs to be redesigned so it kind of look like they should just have they should have TVs with military flyovers where you just see the planes like flying over football games. You should get out of Cracker Barrel and punch your wife in the face because you're so revved up. You're so revved up, you should come out of Cracker Barrel and commit a random hate crime. You should just commit a random hate crime at a rest stop when you walk out of Cracker Barrel. That's the point of Cracker Barrel. You get out of there ready to fight. You're ready to fight because that's what this country's about. It's about war. They just got to retool it a little bit. They got to retool it. What is the CEO saying? What's his plan? Does he agree with me?
It's a she. She said that they're not.
What? I've located one of the problems. It's a she. That's a problem. Cracker Barrel says, CEO, we're not as relevant as we once were. The 54-year-old roadside eatery with its old country store and down-home menu of chicken fried steak, grits, and hash brown casserole has been steadily losing customers for the past decade. They want to start refreshing the interior and exterior with a different color palette. They got to go hard in there. They got to remind people what this country's about. Killing for God. That's what Cracker Barrel should be about. Killing people for God. Jesus. The white one. Cracker Barrel should be about killing. You raise a family until they're old enough to kill, and then you send them. You unleash them on the world. We're just not as relevant as we once were, Chief Executive Julie Fels-Massino, who took the helm of the company 9 months ago, said, some of our recipes and processes haven't evolved in decades. Well, figure it out, or you're going the way of Red Lobster. Cracker Barrel is a rest stop meth dungeon. It really is. There's zero reason to eat at Cracker Barrel, really, unless you're like, it's where human traffickers like take a break and eat a little bit, but it can be redesigned as a fascist place, as an American fascist eatery. This is the ex-president of Taco Bell, this woman?
She was an executive that did wonderful things at Taco Bell, and so now she's Cracker Barrel.
Well, here's what Taco Bell's done. What Taco Bell's done is consistently aimed for, like, junkies. That's what Taco Bell does. They use bright colors, and they use the same 5 ingredients, but it's for junkies. It's marketed to junkies. It's marketed to stoners. It's marketed to people that are out late at night, drunks. They didn't try to be healthy. They didn't try to do any of that. Cantina menu's fake. Their bread and butter is people that are out at 1 o'clock in the morning, and they know it. They know it. This is the woman in the meetings when they say, should we try to appeal to people? She goes, absolutely not. We will lose this company if we try to appeal to people. She's got to be the one in the meeting that has the balls when they say, should we make Cracker Barrel more inclusive or more diverse? She's got to go, no, actually, it should go the other way. It should be the scariest restaurant in this country. We should literally put on our website, we're the home of traditional values. There should be a picture of Donald Trump, a picture of Jesus, and a picture of ribs. And that's what they should do. That's their brand. Lean into it. No DEI at Cracker Barrel. You're going back to basics. We are a restaurant for white people who are going to send their children to go die in Iraq or something before they have a chance to get addicted to drugs at home. It's the last meal you have before you drop your kids at Fort Bragg. That's Cracker Barrel. It is the last meal you have before you drop your children to go die with honor. That's what you're going to do. You're going to die with honor, son, because we've seen your mother's medicine cabinet. There's a few things missing, and we know you've been drinking and hanging out with that Spanish girl. So guess where you're going? Wherever the government says. Wherever the government says, you're going. And we're going to have a nice family meal at Cracker Barrel, and then we're going to drop you off, and then you're going to go shoot a baby in its face because that's what you're doing. Go die with honor at Cracker Barrel. Here at Cracker Barrel, we understand that everybody can be a little bit of a problem, even the young'uns. Ain't that right, Israel? Cracker Barrel stands with Israel. Cracker Barrel should come out and stand with Israel. Right after the Rafah attack, Cracker Barrel should say a lot of restaurants puss out when things get tough. But here at Cracker Barrel, we know what being an ally means. And we don't mean an ally to those f***ing dog mask wearing gets in San Francisco. We mean an ally to Israel. Israel's getting ready for the coming of Jesus Christ. He's coming back, and they're clearing the land to prepare for the Lord Jesus to come back. So here at Israel, here at Cracker Barrel, if you come in here and you can prove you're a Zionist, you get a free slice of pie, kosher pie. Come on down to Cracker Barrel. Casualties happen. They should be out in front. Because all these New York City Jews would never be caught dead in a Cracker Barrel. Flip the script. Flip the script. Cracker Barrel should be targeting here at Cracker Barrel. It's come to our attention. Most people don't even know what Zionism is. We're giving a course on it. So if you come to our Cracker Barrel, our prefix 4-course dinner, one of our wait staff will explain to you the necessity of keeping the Holy Land holy for the return of Christ, no matter what. Come on down to Cracker Barrel, and in 4 courses of food, we'll tell you what needs to be done. We'll tell you what needs to be done. I don't care how you pronounce it. Rafa, it's all bad to me. Get ready. Cracker Barrel's coming. Cracker Barrel, they should sponsor the Israeli war. Cracker Barrel is the official sponsor of Israel's war in Gaza. Sending biscuits to Netanyahu. Cracker Barrel, some call it a genocide. We call it good eating. Some say it's a genocide. We say it's good eating. Here at Cracker Barrel, we think, what if drones could deliver gravy? What kind of world would we be living in? A much better world than the one we live in now. Here at Cracker Barrel, there's nothing better than a man marrying his own daughter. Cracker Barrel, we believe in incest and Jews. Cracker Barrel. That's what they should do. If you want to have sex with your own child, you bring him to Cracker Barrel. Get married to your own child at Cracker Barrel. There's nothing wrong with it. Cracker Barrel. I mean, listen, what if they became the official restaurant of files? We're the official restaurant of alternative lifestyles. Cracker Barrel. For minor attracted persons. Maps get really hassled in this country. Come on down to Cracker Barrel. Ain't nobody gonna rat on you. Come on down and get a good down-home meatloaf with your boy or girl. If you're a minor attracted person, there's a lot of judgment in society, but not here at Cracker Barrel, the official restaurant for MAPS, minor attracted people. These should all be pitched as brand alternatives to like home-style family. Here's the thing, there's no more home-style family. Everyone's on meth. Every little small town is like a meth dungeon. It's a meth factory. The rivers are polluted. Hunting and fishing, that's all over. So you can turn it into a fascist war factory, or you could make it a place for like minor attracted people, MAPS, and people that are into incest. It's at rest stops, Cracker Barrel. We know where it is, right? It's a side-of-the-road restaurant. You don't have a lot of options. You can't make it, no one's getting a shellfish tower at Cracker Barrel. Make it a restaurant for files. Come on down to Cracker Barrel. We don't ask no questions except how much money you want to save on our dinner. Cracker Barrel for minor attracted persons. Hi, my name is Jules, and we've done a lot at Taco Bell by focusing on feeding junkies. We thought it would be very interesting if we just played around with the idea of just alluding very vaguely to incest in some of the commercials and kind of targeting minor attracted people. That's all. And it doesn't have to be explicit. Maybe it's a father kind of smiling at his daughter while he cuts the pancakes, or... Again, America's going to listen, don't get mad at me. America's going to a very dark place, and I'm the CEO of this company, and I don't want to lose. I hate losing. My name is Jules Fells Messino, and I hate losing. So I just want to point this company in a direction where we can win. There's a lot of files. There's a lot of people having sex with their own kids, and they need to eat.